Chaos ensues as a massive pillar of golden flames erupts from Lu Sheng, tearing through the darkness. Lu Sheng stands calmly inside the swirling vortex of power. His figure is lit up by the intense surge of energy flowing around him. The light is so blinding that it catches everyone's attention on the battlefield, shining outward like a beacon. Tang Dun and Saya hold on to each other in total shock. Their eyes are wide with disbelief as they stutter, trying to understand the terrifying power coming from their friend. Lu Sheng covers his face with one hand. A confident smirk plays on his lips as he remarks that it has been a long time since he released his power. The other recruits and traitors watch with their jaws dropped, completely stunned by this sudden display. Walking casually through the fiery aura, Lu Sheng thinks to himself that he almost forgot what it felt like to prepare for a real fight. Suddenly, his expression turns sharp. With incredible speed, he vanishes from sight. In the blink of an eye, he reappears right behind a traitorous recruit holding a knife. He moves so fast that Saya and Tang Dun are left confused in the background. The traitor jumps back in terror, shouting in confusion at the sudden appearance of the man he thought was weak. Saya frantically yells a warning to Lu Sheng, screaming that the enemy is a level 12 warrior and telling him to be careful. However, Lu Sheng isn't bothered at all. He looks at the enemy with a silent, mocking smile. Regaining his composure, the traitor points his weapon at Lu Sheng and scoffs. He claims Lu Sheng is just bluffing to be scary because, upon closer look, his aura still only seems to be level 11. The arrogant traitor attacks, his hand turning into deadly sharp black claws as he taunts Lu Sheng about the difference in their power levels. Surrounded by a burst of jagged yellow energy, the traitor charges forward with a scream, aiming to kill. He swings his clawed hand down violently, laughing like a maniac because he thinks he has the upper hand. But Lu Sheng doesn't move. His expression is cold and calm as he watches the attack come down. Suddenly, a sphere of blue energy expands from Lu Sheng, stopping the attack instantly. The traitor struggles against the invisible force. His arm trembles as he realizes he can't push through, while Lu Sheng simply smiles at him. Panic replaces the traitor's confidence. He breaks out in a cold sweat, realizing he is completely paralyzed and unable to move his body at all. As dark energy swirls around him, he stammers in terror, asking what Lu Sheng plans to do. Lu Sheng casually reaches his hand out toward him. With a simple, effortless flick of his finger, Lu Sheng unleashes a catastrophic blast of energy that sends the traitor flying. The impact creates a massive explosion of blue light that tears through the space in front of him. The shockwave is so strong that it blows Saya and Tang Dun backward, sending them tumbling through the air. As the dust settles, Lu Sheng stands casually with one hand in his pocket and his finger still raised. In front of him, the traitor has been obliterated, leaving only his severed legs standing on the ground. Lu Sheng looks at the remains of his enemy with a bored expression, having vaporized the man's entire upper body. Saya and Tang Dun stare at the scene in shock and horror. They can't believe Lu Sheng destroyed a powerful enemy with just a single snap of his finger. The terror continues for the traitor in the suit, who looks down at himself in utter confusion. He realizes with horror that he can no longer feel his body, panicking as he wonders why he is just a soul and where his body went. A powerful suction force suddenly grabs him, dragging his spirit violently upward into a vortex of blue light while he screams helplessly. Lu Sheng stands calmly on the ground, creating the vacuum. The traitor's soul flies across the void, screaming for someone to save him as he is pulled toward the terrifying man. With a chilling predator-like smile, Lu Sheng opens his mouth and inhales the screaming soul, swallowing it completely. After swallowing the traitor's essence, Lu Sheng exhales a satisfied sigh. His eyes glow with a golden beast-like light as he says the taste wasn't bad. He casually asks the trembling crowd who is next on the menu. The remaining group of possessed recruits freezes in sheer terror. The realization hits them all at once, leaving them staring at Lu Sheng with faces full of shock and fear. Their will to fight breaks completely. They scatter in every direction, screaming that Lu Sheng is a monster and telling each other to run for their lives. Lu Sheng doesn't chase them physically. Instead, he simply raises his hand, gathering a surge of golden energy in his palm. With a casual wave, he expands his power, sending streaks of golden light shooting through the void to hunt down the escaping targets. One of the fleeing traitors screams in horror as the golden energy catches up to him, piercing his defenses instantly. His face twists into a mask of agony as an invisible pressure builds inside his skull, deforming his features. In a split second, his head explodes into a burst of white light. The starry sky lights up with a gruesome display of fireworks. Lu Sheng remotely detonates the heads of every single fleeing traitor at the same time, standing calmly below the carnage he just created. The headless bodies of the defeated traitors rain down from the sky, crashing onto the battlefield. But the horror isn't over. Glowing blue spirits emerge from the corpses, floating in the air. They look confused and terrified, unable to understand how their physical forms were destroyed so instantly. Lu Sheng, standing calmly with a dark aura rising behind him, begins to harvest the souls. He extends his hand, creating a powerful vortex that sucks the screaming spirits toward him, ignoring their desperate pleas. Meanwhile, the traitor Carl tries desperately to escape the slaughter. He runs through the void looking panicked, cursing Lu Sheng as a monster who hid his true power. As he gets some distance, a twisted look of relief washes over his face. He laughs maniacally, panting heavily, convincing himself that he was fast enough to escape the nightmare. But his celebration is too early. A massive shadow suddenly covers him, and Carl looks up in confusion to see a giant hand made of energy forming above him. The giant hand descends rapidly. Carl's laughter turns into a scream of despair as he begs not to die. The energy hand slams down, grabbing him completely and crushing his hope of escape. In the distance, Lu Sheng clenches his physical fist. A satisfied smile crosses his face as he feels the capture was successful. With a cold, welcoming look, he addresses the captured traitor, remarking that since he came all this way, it would be better if he didn't leave. Saya and Tangdun stand frozen in the void, staring at Lu Sheng's back in silence. They can't process the power they just witnessed. They are completely flabbergasted. Their jaws drop to the floor and their eyes pop out as they struggle to understand how their friend just massacred the enemy. Saya's face twists into a mask of pure shock and disbelief. He screams, unable to accept that Lu Sheng wiped out multiple level 12 warriors with a single strike. Lu Sheng, however, acts completely normal. He stands with a confident smirk, casually explaining that crushing opponents across a major realm boundary is normal for him, dismissing his feat like it was nothing special. His playful expression then vanishes, replaced by a cold, serious glare as he focuses on the true threat remaining on the battlefield. On the other side, the possessed genius Sayer stands in the middle of the chaos. The remaining traitorous recruits fly past him in terror, trying to escape the monster they believe Lu Sheng to be. Instead of fear, a twisted look of excitement crosses Sayer's face. He grins maniacally, remarking that this is interesting. He admits he never expected someone like Lu Sheng to be hiding in the team and is truly surprised. Sayer tries to rationalize Lu Sheng's strength to keep his own confidence. He scoffs, claiming that although Lu Sheng killed 5 level 12 warriors, those victims were weak fighters who barely fused a single rule. However, his expression darkens as he admits Lu Sheng's natural talent might actually be higher than his own. This realization triggers a surge of murderous jealousy. Sayer's eyes glow with an intense demonic red light. His face falls into deep shadow as he decides that he absolutely cannot allow Lu Sheng to stay alive. Desperate to turn the tide, Sayer turns around and screams furiously at his fleeing subordinates, calling them cowards for running away. With a face twisted in rage and desperation, he commands them not to be afraid. He orders them to attack all at once, insisting that if they work together, they can surely kill Lu Sheng.